Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for this week's question and answer video. I'm doing these every single week. They come out every Monday. I'm answering questions from the last Monday. I encourage all of you to go down below into the comment section, ask a question. Come back next Monday and look for my answer and let me know what you think of my answer. I encourage you to ask any questions you want. It doesn't matter if they've been repetitive. There's no such thing as a stupid question. I'm trying to help you guys, if I can, to learn from these toxic experiences and these relationships so that you understand them. I'm hoping maybe alleviate a little shame and guilt and to not repeat them again. Okay? Number one way to heal, the only way to really heal, is to talk about this with people. So I hope that you guys are seeing some kind of professional therapist, life coach, something like that. And this is kind of supplemental on the side. I'll help you understand and learn some of these things. I know a lot of professionals have formal education. They might not be aware of a lot of this stuff, and so I'm hoping that I can provide some of the answers that you guys are looking for. So give me a chance, ask questions please, and see if I can help you understand. Keep somewhat of a dialogue. Let me know what you think of my answer. If I misunderstand your question, ask me again. If I miss it, please ask me again. I appreciate when you do that. I don't do it on purpose, but it happens every once in a while. I like to recommend something every single week to you guys to help you with, recovery and healing from trauma. That could be better sleep, anxiety, depression, eating, exercise, books, other channels to watch, stuff like this. So this week I'm going to do something I've done before. It's been a while, and I'm hoping that you guys can put down below in the comment section at least one thing that really helped you out a lot during this journey, or something that's helping you now. It could be anything, okay? Anything, any kind of exercise, or some class, or someone to listen to, or someone's books to read, or some supplements. I recommend all kinds of things. And for all of you, just to let you know, I do this every single week. I don't miss one. I've been doing this, I believe, for over 5 years, the Q&As. I've been making videos for over 6. I have close to 1,000 videos, all in playlists, from stuff about different personality disorders, how to heal cptsd. I have a lot of video requests from you guys of videos I've made many of. Right? David, could you do a video on boundaries? Yes, I've done 10. Go look at the playlist. It's in my channel. You have different categories, and the playlist will show you these playlists of videos I've made for you. So what I'm hoping is you guys can recommend something that worked out for you, something that's good, maybe something special, something unique, something that isn't recommended all the time. So I'd appreciate that if you guys could do that. Really get involved and participate, and go down below and say hi, say your location, give a recommendation. I'd really appreciate voting on my video. Tell me why down below, and subscribe to the channel, and you can hit the notification bell to let you know when more of these videos come out. I do this every Monday, the Q&As, but I also do content videos throughout the week. 4, sometimes 5, okay? All right, so let's get into the questions. First one is from Salema in France. Hi, Salema. I've been listening to the last question and answer videos. You give such good advice. Thank you. I realize that what causes me a lot of stress is that I answer people's questions while I do not want to. In one Q&A, you advised me to say no for a whole day whenever people ask for help. But I can't do this exercise because I meet people randomly, and most of the time they ask me private questions, not help. So I need to adapt the exercise to my daily life. I want to try not to answer any questions for a whole week. What do you think of it? I think that's great, Salima. It doesn't really matter what you do. It matters how you feel about it. So if that's something you don't like to do, it makes you uncomfortable, those are what boundaries are. So boundaries are our comfort zone, and it's up to us to communicate this to others, to other people. You can't assume people know. We're all different. What bothers you doesn't bother other people. Some people, not all, okay? And so we have to communicate. It's our responsibility. And if we're brought up in homes where we don't have boundaries because parents didn't allow us to have any kind of safety or boundary, then it's going to be difficult. It's going to be awkward. It might feel weird. It might be scary, but it's the right way to do things. And when you do things the right way, everything kind of falls into place. It works out and it gets easier. I promise. Confidence. So, how about this, Salima? What do you want to say? Think of these things before. A lot of us don't do that. And there's nothing better than being prepared. Even if you think something won't ever happen, it might, why not just know what you want to do? Because being prepared is a sense of safety. I know what I'm going to do if this happens. I don't have to freak out about it and keep worrying about it. Let it consume me and get anxious from it. So Salima, someone asks you a question. How do you want to answer it? Think about your options. Some could be, let's see, oh, I don't like talking about that. Oh, I don't want to talk about that right now. Oh, I got to know somebody a lot longer to dive into those personal questions and give personal answers like that. I have a rule. I have to know somebody for 5 years, for 1 year, 6 months. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know you, and I'm just not comfortable talking about that with you. The problem is, Salima, is we're just worried what we look like. We're worried about people's reactions. And people, what are they going to do? You got to really ask yourself, what are they going to do? Yell at you? Walk away. If you just do this one time and it works out, goes okay, you have confidence and it just gets easier. I promise. So think about what you want to say, Salima, instead. Someone asks you a question that's too personal, too private, uncomfortable, crossing your boundaries. Tell them, oh, that's crossing my boundaries. You'll be amazed. The more you say something like that, the more confident you're showing. People don't want to screw with you. But when you go, oh, I don't know, oh, I don't know, people are going to sit there, some, and go, what, tell me what. So just think about how do you want to react, okay? It doesn't matter. You're thinking of a way to react that makes you feel better, okay? That's a boundary. And we can work on this later, okay? Thank you, Salima. All right, next one is from Jennifer Ellis in the United Kingdom. Hi, Jennifer. David, thank you for showing Danny. A bit of happiness goes a long way during healing. He looks straight at the camera too. Great video. Would love more on ways to relax. Thank you, David. Ways to relax. You can look this up, Jennifer. There's all kinds of ways to relax. We're all a little different. So how about you make a list and start finding things that help you relax? What makes you relax? Think about your senses. So, sense of touch and feeling, right? Having something comfortable, great materials, a soft blanket, something like that. Think of eyesight. Have something in our visual environment that is calming and relaxing. Maybe a different colored light. I recommend LED strip lights. They're amazing. It's just like a piece of tape, and you can put it anywhere under your bed. You can put it behind your TV. You can put it all around on your wall, and it's just cool because you get this little remote, and you can pick any different color, any different shade, the intensity, and you can find there's colors that help you relax more than others, and that might help. Sense of smell. So you have smells that relax you, like lavender and peppermint and a bunch of other different smells. One that might work for you better. Air infusers, candles, taste, things we eat and put in our mouth that help us relax. Okay, did I miss any? Sounds. There's lots of sounds that help us relax. There's actually sounds that are on specific megahertz that help our brains heal or help us calm. They're on YouTube. You can look on my playlist. I have healing sounds. There's all kinds of different things to help you relax. ASMR might, I don't know. But start making your list, Jennifer. I have clients that suffer from anxiety, depression, worry, and things like this. And, when we're like that, we're less likely to do things for ourselves that make us feel better. So I have clients make a feel-good list. And they, constantly we have to keep adding to that. What are things that make you feel good? Women are bubble baths and chocolate, right? So make a list of things that feel good. And when you feel down, force yourself to do these things. The more you do, the more it will become natural. It's called taking care of yourself. Okay? Being more self-reliant. So think of things that calm you. I don't know you that well. I don't know what calms you, Jennifer. And you can just Google these things and try these things and see which ones help you relax more. Okay? Good luck. Jennifer again, I'm pleased to say, David, now I have a sense of agency. Ooh. Even learning all the description in psychology will make a great life coach one day, specifically in narc abuse. Make my own title up, LOL. I don't know if you're serious, but yeah, you would be. Yeah, if that's something you want to do, keep trying. And maybe I can give you advice. We must have agency over our own lives. Absolutely. If you guys don't know what that is or what it means, check it out. Okay? Ask your therapist. Or life coach. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. I used to be in charge of the food pantry at church. I loved it. Putting in some baked goods of my own or some inexpensive notebooks, pens. Seeing the look on their faces was so heartwarming. They didn't have to worry that they would run out of food. I love giving. So you said you used to. I was just, you don't have to tell me why you stopped, but is that something you can continue again? Maybe that was something that you used to do, and during your toxic relationship, you stopped, because that's really common. We stop doing things that we like. We stop doing things and stop participating in groups and events and special interest and losing relationships and friends. So is that something you want to do again, Rory? I'm not religious, for these of you who don't know. I don't believe in any religion or God or anything. But I love about churches, especially the nice, pretty ones. I love some of the decor is amazing. But I really love the sense of community that church has to offer. It's one of the most important things to us, to society, sense of community. And we sure are losing that in a lot of places. In this country, at least in our bigger cities, we're losing that sense of community. So I think church is a good way to do that. Is that something you're interested in doing again, Rory? Maybe just me asking you that will make you ask yourself that. Thanks for sharing that. And Martin, I don't know where you're from. Your channel is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Martin. Both my parents are narcissistic. My father uses emotional abuse. My mother was more gaslighting and physical abuse, resulting in nocturnal auditory verbal hallucination episodes. And then down here, Jennifer says, could you explain this, please, so I can understand what you have been through a little, if that is okay. And Martin didn't reply. And I think, Jennifer, are you asking about what he said, that he has nocturnal auditory verbal hallucinations? And so, if you want to know what that is, it's just a way of saying that he's hearing voices at night. Hearing voices or hearing things that aren't really there at night, a form of psychosis. And I'm sorry, Martin. I'm sorry. I hope that you're getting help for this, and I hope that it's getting better and keeps getting better. Okay? Typically, there's drugs and stuff that help with this, but maybe some therapy too. Thanks for sharing that, Martin. Thanks for what you said about my channel. Thank you. All right, Lisa Sweeney. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, David. Another great question and answer video. I always learn something new from your videos and just love your bit of banter. I've had people who don't answer my messages or maybe take hours or days to reply. I know people can be busy, but when it happens on a regular basis, I say to myself, why bother with these individuals? You touched on this topic tonight, David, and it made perfect sense. If they were friends who they claim to be, they would be more consistent. I just couldn't be bothered anymore. Yet just when I'm about to throw in the towel on these individuals, they become over-friendly again, and it almost takes me back to when I was being discarded. I'm doing well, David, but sometimes have the odd setback, but I do bounce back from it. Yeah, life goes up and down. A lot of us think when we have down times, we're going backwards. Nope, we're just having a down time, and we're about to have an up time, okay? The idea is that these get less intense, like this, so that most people's lives are like this, not like this. And you're not ever going backwards. Lisa, you're not going backwards. Thanks for what you said about my videos. Thank you. Just be, you guys, it's really important. We talk about boundaries and no contact, and we're not going to take this, and we're going to walk out on people and stuff like this. Just be certain it's the right choice. Be sure that we're not hyper vigilant and throwing people away too fast. Okay? If we care about the relationship, make sure you give it your best try. And really that is just communicating. That'll be the theme of this video. Communicating. When you do this to me, when you go away and don't talk to me, it hurts. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. I don't know when you're coming back. And then you come back into my life like it's no big deal. You don't address being gone. My friends don't do that to me. You can choose to be my friend or not. My friends call me. My friends add security to my life. My friends respect me, return my phone calls, my texts eventually. And if they don't for a day or two, they always tell me why, and they apologize. And they say they really try not to do it again. Okay? So my friends don't do what you're doing. And so I don't think we can be friends. What do you think? Because just remember, we don't want to change anybody. We're not asking someone to change. I can't accept that behavior. And you leave it up to them to say, oh, I get it. I'm not going to do it anymore. Great. Thank you. You say, I'm not going to accept this behavior. And they sit there like this and they do it again and say, goodbye. Okay? We don't change people and we don't change for people. Okay? But, that being said, Lisa, it's good. You got boundaries. You're sticking up for yourself and you're not taking, accepting behaviors in your life that are toxic. I just hope you're not thrown away, because we're not all perfect, right? And they may not know it's hurting you. They might be a little bit more emotionally stunted and not understand that it's hurting you until you tell them. Okay? And I don't know if this is... I think this is from Emily. I cut off the name. I think it's from you, Emily, in South Africa. People are too unpredictable to quantify successfully. They have to be able to say that they are sorry if they have done wrong to you. If this doesn't work, person may hurt you in an increased subtle way if person has psychopathy. Okay, sharing similar traumatic backgrounds may lead to the other person enjoying that you are hurt, and withhold validation increases other person's sexual enjoyment. Not sure if it's conscious or unconscious, but it seems like unconscious behavior. Withdrawing is the only strategy that works. Psychopathy is magnified in groups, and blame is shared, resulting in decreasing effectiveness of correction. I wrote here, I believe humans add to the beautiful unpredictability of the universe, and I appreciate how different we all are. Variety and new experiences are highly recommended. The only match that matters is our values. Our values have to match. And man, that's a big mistake we all make, and we assume that we meet someone and they value respect and honesty and integrity because they're showing it. They're being so respectful to me, and they tell me they just really value respect. And then 6 months later, 2 years later, we realize they're just complete disrespectful a-holes. They don't care. They're nasty. They don't know themselves. They say they like this and they do something else. And that's where we went wrong. And so values must match, and we just take our time to get to know somebody. Thanks, Emily. All right, next one. Emily again. I know it's better far away from my parents because my heart doesn't feel sore anymore when I am far away from them. I wanted to read that because I want people to understand that you don't have to keep people in your life if you don't want to. There are no rules, there are no laws, there are no should. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. Nobody else, other people don't realize how bad it is to have your mother and your father abuse you since you're a baby or an infant. Not cool. And they still keep doing it. So why would you have them in your life? Because they're your parents. Because they're your family. Family's blood's thicker than water. Well, I'm adopted. And my blood's gross too. My blood family. Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Emily. I like that. Let's see this here. Okay. Wheeler Nathan 34. Haven't heard from my ex-narcissist after I blocked her. She said we are drifting apart even though she has supply at home. Haven't heard from her for 3 months. Is she gone? I believe she knows I figured her out. Please let me know. Well, I would let you know if I knew. And if I told you I know, what would that mean? What would you think of me? What would all of you think of me if I said, I know what your ex is going to do, even though I don't even know your ex, and we don't know what anybody else is going to do. But I'm pretty good at knowing sometimes what people are going to do. But I don't know. I can't tell you. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, that's just realistic. Yeah, toxic people tend to come back. But no, not all. That's for sure. You said you blocked her. Is she really gone? You haven't heard from her in 3 months. Consider this. Consider a message. Write a letter down. talking about all the feelings, this toxic, nasty, abusive, neglectful relationship, if it was, all the feelings it caused you, that you've had, that you may still have from it. And then write down exactly what you want. Be clear on what you want. Because if we're not clear about this, if I'm not totally clear that this person is abusive and nasty and sick and cannot get better and just hurts me and always will, if I'm not clear with that, I may start wanting her to contact me again because I know it'll make me feel better, and I feel kind of rejected because she's cheated on me, and it would just be real nice for my ego if she just called me back again, you know, and maybe if she calls me back, it's been some time, maybe we can get along, and maybe it could work out this time. And do you see? So the best way to be clear on who we are and what we want and how we feel is to write it down, but number one way, talk to somebody, okay? But I suggest writing a letter down. Write down all your emotions that you feel from this. Write down exactly what you want and send it to her. And you don't, you know, the block, yeah, but how about, you know, have you ended it? Did you tell her why? Did you tell her you don't ever want to contact you again? Because by doing this, you raise your self-worth big time. You raise your self-respect big time. Low self-worth and low self-respect wants her to call you again. Might even go back to her again. High self-worth and self-respect means it doesn't matter. I don't even need to block her. She can call me again if she wants to. What the hell do you want? Leave me alone. Bye. See that? And you can determine that by a letter. I think that'll work. Think about it. Okay? Thanks for your question. And Rose. I can't remember where you're from, Rose. I'm sorry. Can't remember where you're from, your location. Rose, thank you for replying in your video. It's sad for me to hear, but you're right. At the moment, he's not speaking much. Very blunt. Been here before. Yeah, you're being abused, Rose. And as long as you're together with him, I'm going to tell you you're being abused every week. And it's just sad that you don't want to stop it. All matches, quiet BPD. Can I ask you, you said he is unstable, but is this the real him when he's angry, not talking, nothing? And so it's hard to keep up an act of being okay, of being happy. So they run out of energy. But at work, he has to keep a reputation. He has to keep his job. At home, he can be real. Never sure if BPD, if have any days. Okay. I don't know your husband, Rose. When I said he's unstable, I'm just going by what you mean. I don't know him. So when you tell me one day he's like this is unstable personality, guys. One day she or he is really nice and really sweet and helpful and offers to pay for everything. And then later that night or the next day, he or she is a total jerk, totally nasty, starts just nitpicking me and telling me lies, and then walks out of the house and comes back and says, I cheated on you, and then hits me in the eye. And then later that night, they're crying and begging for help. And this is unstable personality. Are they really this? Are they really that? All of it. People are multifaceted. And so what's really cool is that the people that know me say David's always the same. David's always pretty cool. He's always pretty even-keeled, mellow, nice, polite, almost all the time. Even when life is real stressful for him, he might be a little stressed, but he's always still kind and nice. Do you see that? That's me, all of me, and that's all of your husband. And he's damaging you, he's killing you, and he's causing you disease, Rose. So you might die from a disease from staying with him for so long instead of just complaining about it every week, okay? You got to get away from this. He's killing you. Don't you feel yourself dying? Ask for help. It's what you need. Ask for help, Rose. When we're at, we're different people when we're at work and when we're at home because we're in different parts of our brain. One part of our brain manages work life, another manages personal life. If I leave from home and I go to work, my personal life is back here. That's why a lot of the problems and fighting and things like this, you don't really think about at work. If you are, it's now seeping into your work life and making everything bad. But your husband goes to work and he's a kind of a different person, meaning that his personal life is on the back burner, meaning that the stress and the anxiety and the depression that he has from a relationship with you, that it's all left at home, and he goes to work and he gets to be just him at work. and then he comes home, and then all the problems and the stress surface again, and you accept his behavior. The people at work don't accept his behavior. His boss, his coworkers, his employees, his customers don't accept this toxic behavior. Rose accepts it. So when I go home, I can behave however I want to Rose. Who cares? She doesn't care, so I don't care about her. She doesn't care if I treat her like crap, so I don't care if I treat her like crap. She doesn't demand respect, I'm not going to give Rose respect. But the people at my work demand respect, and they care, so I care, and I give them respect. Do you see that? I hope so. It's all up to you, Rose. You're in control of this, not him. He's some sick, disordered, abusive, toxic person that 99% of the people in this world will never accept. Never accept him. Never have him in their life. Just you and a few others. And how I raise my self-worth, my self-esteem, my self-respect, dignity, is I show it. I decide to. I decide to do this by making a decision. What decision can you make to make all these go up? Think about what decision, what one choice can you make in your life, Rose, to make all these go skyrocket? Okay? He's unstable because he's not congruent. He's not fluent. He's this, and then he's that, and then he's this, and he's all of it, Rose. He's all of it. He can be nice at work, and he can help pay for things sometimes, and he also abuses the hell out of you. That's him. That's not either or, pick one or the other. When he starts telling you things, that's probably not true. That's probably not accurate. That's not who he is. It's more of what he shows you. And you know him better than anybody else. So how he is with you is the more real him, right? Who cares that he could be nice to the mailman and then go back inside and, abuse you for 23 and a half hours? Hope it makes sense, Rose. Good luck. Hi, Emma. Emma from Sweden. Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. Once again, I fell for a toxic person. Oh, no. At last, I had enough, and then I found out he was cheating on me. I'm hurting so much. Now I will heal myself totally before I start dating again. Good. Hope everyone had a great week. As David say, love yourself first. Emma, I'm really sorry. And I notice in your comments, people are trying to tell you, I'm sorry, you okay? And you're just like, yep, it's okay. Have a good life. Have a good day. It's okay. Emma, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry you did this again. I'm sorry somebody hurt you, and I'm sorry you lost someone again. I'm glad that you said I'm going to get all better before I date again. Good. You deserve that, and the next person you date deserves that. So how are you going to get all better? How are you going to learn from this, Emma? What you've done before doesn't work. Everything you've done up until this point is not working. Right? If we keep doing this, it's not working. Hey, I go to a therapist. I talk to them every week. And I still make the same mistakes. It's not working. Even the therapy isn't working. New therapist. Actually try to do what they tell you to do. Actually talk to them every week instead of postponing and rescheduling every week. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. I hope you are making yourself feel better. I hope you have some supportive people around you. If not, definitely hire it. You may not know what to do. And that's got to be the first thing we have to admit. Right, guys? If I keep making the same mistake over and over again, I may not know. I may not know what to do. And how are you going to learn? If I keep making the same mistake? No, that's how you're going to find out what's going on, why you're dating people like this, why are you accepting this behavior, why are we committing to someone who's not committing to us, why are we being honest and vulnerable and respectful to people that are disrespecting us, lying to us, and not being vulnerable. Communication's number one, guys. I can take 100 toxic ass relationships that have continued for years, and I can narrow it down in about sometimes a couple minutes. And just go, nope, say how you feel. Do you see how you're making her feel? Okay, that's it. She doesn't want it anymore. Are you going to change, or what are you going to do? How are you going to handle this next time? How are you going to do this? And it's just real simple. It's like, nope, he doesn't care about respecting you. That's it. You're going to accept it? No? Okay, this relationship is over. Boom. And we all know this. A lot of us know this. We're just too codependent, too scared to leave. A lot to learn, Emma. There's so much to learn. Take the time to learn it. And you don't have to not date anybody until you're all 100% better and stuff like this. No. But we got to find a way. We got to find out why we're dating people like this, man. It's a small percentage. And isn't it amazing that's all we meet? What's going on? What's going on in here? A lot of it's going on in here and how we feel about ourselves. But again, Emma, I'm really sorry. Make yourself feel better, okay? Reach out to people. Talk to them. Tell them. Tell your friends and family if you trust them, people you can trust, and get some help and talk about this with somebody so that you can finally learn. Like I said, I'll say it again, what you've been doing so far isn't working. It's either not enough or it's damaging, it's wrong, but something new must happen. If I keep ending up here, and I'm ending up here, and I'm ending up here, if you just keep doing the same thing, you're just going to end up here. So we got to do something different to end up at least somewhere else. Okay? Good luck. Keep asking questions, Emma. And if you want help or anybody else want help, you can find me at daviddemars.com. I'm still taking new clients. Emily, is it normal to feel strange or different from everyone else? No. I gotta be honest. No, that's not normal, Emily. That would mean that most people feel so strange and different than anyone else. But the thing is we are all different. So if that's what you're talking about, but I don't think so. I think you're talking about not really a member of society, kind of, huh? And that's kind of depression. That's what it makes us feel like. And I'm sorry, Emily. You know, here's what I wrote. It's not normal to feel this way, but I do believe it's normal to feel this way when you are raised in the household that you were raised in. You were never accepted in. You were never accepted by your family, so you may not feel accepted by others. You may not be accepting yourself. That's where it starts. We start accepting all of ourselves, no matter what. Unconditional love. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. And people will start doing this for you too. Yeah, we need emotional connection with people, attachments and stuff like this. Feeling like we're a part of a group. Having meaning and purpose. These are emotional needs. So when you talk to that therapist that you said you're going to talk to, Emily, they'll help you with this, okay? There's just all kinds of stuff I can tell you what to do. Emily, again, from South Africa. My grandparents got attacked. Okay, so I thought it was your parents that you said, but your grandparents got attacked and they stole the people who robbed them, took their phones and money. Now your dad is paranoid and tells you that nowhere is safe and that people will easily break into where I'm staying now if I don't come and stay with them. And then we will all move to another country where it's safe. Well, there are no countries that's safe. None. There's safe cities, some. I grew up in Japan, and there's some cities in Japan you could drop your wallet on the ground and come back the next day and it's still there. I mean, but that's ridiculous. You know, you can make a child safe by, you know, making an underground dungeon and keeping him there, and they can't see any TV or radio because that could hurt them. No one can come visit them. That could hurt them. They can't really eat much food, maybe just baby food for their entire life, because we got to keep them safe, 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 safe. And that's no life. That's no life. Yeah. It's amazing. Your parents are extremely, from what you're telling me over the past year, your parents are extremely codependent, and you left the house, and so they're trying to find ways for you to come back. That shows how dependent they are on their boy, on their child. It's amazing, isn't it? That's how dependent they are on you, Emily. It really doesn't matter what they want. It really doesn't matter what they need. It doesn't really matter how they feel. It doesn't really matter what they value. You left, you're gone, they abuse you, they won't stop. All that matters from now on is what you want and what you need and how you feel and what you value and your opinion, Emily. Okay, so that's they don't offer you what you need. It feels really bad. It's not what you want, right? They don't match your values and they abuse you. They don't really value anything about you except your presence, that you accept their bullshit. That's what they like about you. I'm sorry your grandparents got robbed. I hope they're okay. You know, that's not good. But there's crime in every country. I don't know what country you're going to move to where there's no crime. And usually that means somebody down in the comment section is going to tell me, oh, David, you should try this country. There's no crime. No, that's not true. There is. I don't care about your own personal experiences. That I could visit that country, get robbed, and say that country is nasty, horrible. You'll get robbed. Neither are accurate. Crime in any group of population is typically about 5%. A little bit higher in this country, a little bit lower in other countries. You go down to Central and South America, oh my God, high. Studies, they take 100 people who have never committed a crime in their life. They put them in a group, controlled group, right? They're stuck with each other. Pretty soon, out of 100 people, you got about 5 causing problems, stealing things. Interesting, huh? It's almost like that's the way society has to work. But there's ways to protect yourself and keep yourself safe. I know a lot of ways. I've had everything from my concealed weapons permit to carry a gun concealed. I know how to protect myself with my hands really well. I know my laws. I know my rights. I got my phone. I'll call. I know how to avoid confrontation and fights. When you're getting, I know what to do if you're getting robbed. You don't look them in the eye. You just give them whatever they want. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but it's such a small percentage. Why live your life like that? Your parents are scared, meaning they don't feel they're in control of themselves, and they want you back in their house to control you. That's the codependent. I can't manage my life. Let's go manage Emily's life. Emily needs to do this. Emily needs to do that. You should stop doing this. You should say, you shouldn't feel this way. You should. Is that your family, guys? That's all codependent statements I just made. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this week's question and answer video. Please, all of you, go down below, ask questions. I'll answer them in the next question and answer video next Monday. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's questions. Please let me know. All of you can find me at daviddemars.com if you'd like coaching. And always, always, always love yourself first, guys, okay? Love yourself first before anybody else, and give yourself what you need first, even including your children. Bye, guys. Thank you.